So I'll be designing a backdrop for this event, and let's get started. First of all, I've created the size. This is 20 feet by 10 feet, and I made sure that I also have the units here, so we have from 0 to 20. Okay, that's just big talk. I'm going to get the logos now, and I have 16 logos. This and this are the same, so I'll be using these ones and place them here. So I think I have all the logos now. Now everything is going to be white in color, so I will give one of them white and then spread the color to the rest. I will simply just put it in a group and give the group color white, but I'll be doing this as my own choice. Right click, copy layer style, and select the rest. Right click, paste layer style. This way I'll turn everything to white, collapse this so that everything fails or falls or collapses. Then I'll reduce the size to something very small. So I think like this is okay for now. I might still reduce it later, but let me leave it at this for now. And then I'll turn this one on. This is going to be the center, of course. Now I will do something very interesting here. This is 20 feet, so I want it to be that, and there are 16 logos, so I want it to be that for every feet there is at least a logo in the middle of it, and there will be a gap and then another logo. So we'll be having like 10 logos per column, right? Per row, 10 rows of logos every column. So I'll first make a square that will be 1 feet by 1 feet. In this case, I'm using 1 inch because it is the equivalent of 1 feet here in Photoshop. For file size, I work with 1 feet. When I'm going to print, I will increase it to 1 feet by 1 feet. So make sure that this is squared up, and then I will multiply this by 20. Let me keep it at the top here. So I'll multiply it into 20 parts. Okay, now it is 20, but you will notice that I've multiplied it into 20 parts. As you can see, this is a rectangle 1, the first copy to the 19th copy. So 19 copies plus the first one makes it 20 copies. And then I will take one of it, the 19th one, to the last edge, to the other edge of it, holding the shift key so that it doesn't shift. And then I select all of them and click on this distribution alignment and to vertically distribute it. Sorry, to horizontally distribute it. Then I'll add, these are temporal, I just need them to create rulers. So I'll still do the same thing horizontally. So I'll be back soon.
A few moments later.
I know you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Why not just place the logos side by side? Well, have you seen those backdrops that look very beautiful? This is one way of getting that. Now I've done the vertical, I will do it for the horizontal. So I will remove 10 copies of this, leaving the other 10 copies. And for this one, I'll bring it down. It doesn't matter if it is on the same area, just let it be at the lowest, and I will use the vertical distribution now, and it goes this way. With all of them still selected, I will do the same for this part. So I'm creating tiny squares where the logos will find themselves, if you get the deal. Okay, and in case you drew a line that you don't want to exist, just click on it and drag it to the side of the line, to the end of the line. Is going to disappear. And the same thing applies for this. If you can drag it to the end of the line, it will disappear. Now that I'm done with this, I will get rid of the squares. I don't need them anymore. And if I want to hide these grid lines, I will just use Control H. And if you ask, okay, why didn't I just go here to show grid lines? In this case, you will not specifically know where each grid line stopped. So for it to be easier for me, I had to create my own grid lines myself. So I will hide the grid lines, and yes, then I will start. On our list first is MTN, Silicon Africa, Showmax, Cloud Plexo, and Business Yield. So we'll have MTN. Let me look for MTN, Silicon Africa, Cloud Plexo, sorry, Showmax, Business Yield. So these five, I'll bring them down to the lowest. MTN first. All these are just organization, it doesn't matter. So I will see you when I'm done with organizing these things, and I will start with the logos. Now it's time to begin the arrangement. So it's not going to be very simple. MTN comes. MTN is the lead sponsor of this event, so I'll keep them somewhere in the middle here. I will start from here and I will follow this line. You see this grid line, so I'll start from here, follow this grid line, and keep on expanding. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I will start from here. MTN will stand there. The reason why they are meant to be in the center is because if people are taking pictures, they are mostly going to be using this center area, right? So the main logos, everything should first appear here before we start spreading. So I'll do it in a circular format and spread them like so. So we'll have Showmax next. It should be a little bit smaller so it will match in with the rest of the text. As you can see, the text size is what I'm looking at here is quite similar, at the same size. So yeah, something like this is fine. Silicon Africa comes next. Well, irrespective of the text size, I will try my best to make sure all of them stay in this box. The next one will be Cloud Plexo, and I will skip this box and place it here. So we have Cloud Plexo here. So now I think you've gotten the hang of how this works. So I will be speeding things up right now. So I figured out something. I figured out that there will be asymmetry here. So I will be changing style. One logo will be sharing two boxes while one will be in one box. So the center of this logo is going to be this grid line here, and I will repeat the same process for the rest of it. So this one will come into this box, then this will share this box at the center of it, and the same goes for this, which will come into this box. So I will speed it up again and see you soon. So here we are with the backdrop, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it wasn't boring. I hope this will help you know how to arrange your backdrop logos for it to be sweet and nice. And I'll be sharing with you the video of this backdrop when it was printed. So stay tuned.